Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's have a look to the strategy, innovation, resource of Triphases. Jeroen Van Den Keybus, welcome. You are the CTO of Triphase. Could you tell me more about your company, please?
Sure. Triphase is a spin-off of the Power Electronic and Electric Energy Lab of the University of Leuven in Belgium. We were founded in 2006. We have been starting with 4 people. Currently, we're 15. I'm currently the CTO position at Triphase. And our last year's turnover was nearly 1.3 million euros.
So the figures are accurate. Could you explain in short what your company is doing precisely?
Okay. We actually want to accelerate our customers' development of power electronic applications with clever technology.
All right, so do you have example of application, product, solution, project you're working on, for instance? And of course, who are your customers?
Of course. So let me give you an example of the way we went to solve the problem. 20 years ago, the technology of, say, USB, which everyone now knows, did not exist. So if you wanted to add something to your computer, to do something with your computer with an external thing, you had to be an expert. And the PC world soon recognized that would be an obstacle to getting computers accepted by the mainstream, to get computers into areas which they were not used up to date. And they said, it should be real easy to plug in your mouse and your printer. And while I was doing my PhD at the University of Leuven, I was astonished to see what an insane amount of time I spent connecting my power electronic setup to a controller. And what surprised me even more is that all my colleagues afterwards had to do just the same thing. At the same time, the controller was just becoming so complex that the controller I was using didn't do its job anymore properly. And we were also looking into opportunities of getting converters into the network, like the internet. So the conclusion was logical. What would happen if we would use a PC as this controller and provide some other technology that would just allow you to do the same thing as the mouse and the printer? Just take your power electronics, plug them in, start using them. And that's actually the technology we've been developing.
Tremendous. Simple and efficient. Who are your customers?
Well, we've got basically 3 types of customers. The first ones are the universities, like the Imperial College of London, the Technical University of Eindhoven, and of course the Leuven University, just to name a few. And their researchers, they're quite enthusiastic about the technology. They say, look, it's very open. They really like the openness of the technology. We also get feedback from their professors that say, look, this technology really has made it possible that my researchers got productive from day one on, which is very important. The second class of customers are actually R&D centers. The R&D centers, they need to do some research on a power electronic interface. And for them, it's important to have some pre-equipped software on their systems, which we make for them. The rest of the application, they complete by themselves. For them, it's very important that I have this networking facility, because they want to do tests, but they take all day. So they want to go back to the office and just monitor their tests from a distance. The third category of customers are actually the test and measurement. We've done some battery tests and motor test benches. And in these applications, we usually go up to the operator level. So the customer no longer makes the software, but we provide it entirely to them. Now, in fact, to be honest, there's a 4th class of customers. And that's ourselves. Because while we are using this product, we automatically learn our weaknesses and strengths. And if one says, look, the author of a good product is the one that is also using it, well, that certainly holds for ourselves. And in fact, we've been using the technology for electric vehicles as well.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, you are using a PC in a car to drive it?
Well, the advantage of using a PC is actually that you can get hundreds of types of PCs on the market. So what we did was just look for one that could withstand the shocks, the vibration, and the temperatures that were needed in the automotive world. And the first vehicle we actually did was implement a drivetrain on a student project car, which was a hydrogen car. And they had made it possible for us to they have made it possible actually for us to test if this technology would actually be viable for vehicles. And it did. And with them we've kept a very good relationship, and I am very proud to tell you that in the meantime they have been performing very well in the Formula Student contest, as you can see right here.
We have a very, very tremendous example. So, is your technology relevant in the European research context as well?
Of course. We are involved in quite a few European projects right now. And the fact that we are in automotive has also helped us to get into projects which we never thought we would be in. And the main reason why we're on these projects is that the target of this project is actually to show that the technology is really working, especially for power systems, but also for mobile systems such as vehicles. After we did that student cart, we actually did a London cab, which was also a specialty because it's a special type of hybrid. And after that, we did the conversion of a few truck projects. And for them, it's important that this vehicle is always on the road. And if something happens, they need to be able to look at the data right before something went wrong or something went right. And this PC-based technology really allows us to do exactly that. In the context of European projects, one of the main problems is the deadlines. If, for instance, you are researching a very good idea, totally new innovative concept, the problem you have is that you have to show it. And the thing you can miss the most at that instant is a setback which makes you miss the deadline. And the use of our system is actually one of the ways to prevent that from happening.
That's quite clear. That's quite exciting. Does your company feel the needs to innovate on a continuous basis?
If we wouldn't be doing it, I wouldn't be here.
It's a good news anyway.
Yeah. But indeed, innovation is always necessary. And since our staff is half engineers, luckily it's not really a problem for us. Still, I'm quite glad to announce that we have, for instance, felt the need for our automotive customers that they would be able to take their prototypes to small production runs. So we moved, or we gave the possibility to move their prototype code into a more embedded platform, which is more common in the automotive world. So today you can actually buy the drive and the logger with us in small series. For the other systems we've been providing to the universities, innovation is also necessary. For instance, we recently improved the controllers a lot, which allow us to make these systems far more powerful with the same hardware, actually allowing you to use them as what we call a power hardware in the loop system. On another occasion, we have noted that customers really wanted to have measurements of the performance of the systems they have been constructing with on basis of our hardware. So we've provided a system which you could actually use to take measurements and to publish them later on. And finally, I must say, we are now currently looking into the development of technology that would also allow you to have new semiconductor technologies based on silicon carbide, gallium nitride, also in the same way as we've been doing before.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeroen. We're close to the conclusion. Do you have something to add? Maybe a website, and future events, a coming focus, or a new product that is going to be launched?
Just go to www.triphase.com and have a look at the website. New technologies are updated every week.
Every week. So thank you very much for this presentation, for your return on experience and on innovative sector. Jeroen Van Den Keybus, CTO of Triphase. Thank you very much.